Hello and welcome to the King Cater Experience. You're with me, Scott Sunjata Cater, and on this episode, we check out lessons from Gary Veynerchuk. Let's get it.
By show of hands, how many people here now watch television outside of live sports, not when that TV show airs, but on DVR, TiVo, whatever your country's version of that is, or Netflix, HBO Go? How many people now watch television on their time, not when the show airs? Raise your hand. Raise it high. Oh, weird. All 12,000 of you. And how many people here, when given the option, fast forward every single commercial? Raise your hands. Go figure, everybody. And even if those brands that are spending $80 billion to sell you some fucking soap get lucky because, I don't know, your remote control fell off your fucking bed, every person here, when that happens, grabs this and comments on what they just saw or checks their email. My friends, it is about attention. You have to wrap your heads around in this entire room that this is now the television, and the television is now the radio. And Facebook and Instagram and Snapchat are ABC, NBC, BBC, and Sky. And whether you're a startup or a B2B company or an entrepreneur or a corporation, you need to figure out how to make the best shows on those networks. And nothing trumps building a brand. There's a lot of digital marketers in here that understand quant conversion. They're mathematicians, and that's phenomenal. I love math, but marketing is not math. It's a mix of math and art. That's where we're in right now. That's why so many people struggle. Some of you are really artsy-fartsy and love the creative and want it all subjective about the color of the fucking teal shirt. And other of you love math so much, you can't look anybody in the goddamn fucking face. You think it's all math, and you don't give a shit about what's on the other end of it. You're both wrong. It's the combination of the two. The reason Facebook is such a big platform, and the reason Facebook, as we sit here outside of Russia and China, is the #1 platform for every single person here to sell shit, regardless of age and demo, B2B or B2C, is because it is the one platform that combines the two at a scale that we've never seen. But creative is the variable. If I came up here today, I've got the attention, but if this keynote sucks for you, I did not convert. And if it did, it did. And so creative, my friends, is the variable of success. If you can make this slight shift in your head tonight, we've got a real shot, which is the following. I believe that all the upside over the next decade in storytelling in a mobile-first environment driven by video is predicated on documenting, not creating. We're scared. We're worried about what other people are gonna think. Fear is not an option if you've raised your hand for entrepreneurship. Fear is not an option. I prefer to lose. I sometimes secretly hope that my companies go out of business to zero. I lose everything. All of you write things on social media that I actually sucked and was full of shit. And then in the dirt with the pain, I'm gonna rise like a fucking phoenix and kill all you motherfuckers. Dwelling and pondering and crying doesn't do shit, and it especially doesn't do shit in this echo chamber. In this arena, there is no crying. You can cry, you're just gonna lose. And I have bad news about complaining and crying. Let me tell you something about complaining and crying that's really, really gonna hurt for all you complainers out there. Nobody gives a shit. Clap it up for the youngsters one more time. The following people give a shit when you complain. The other losers around you, your sick, broken parent that secretly wants to hold you down so that you're not more successful than them. And let me remind you one more time, the other fucking users around you. We have to start deploying self-awareness. If you leave here and start your process of really knowing what makes you happy, of who are you really, if you could stop chipping away the voices from the outside, if you can start figuring out what you're scared of, if you want to actually do something, even in the light of the picture that I'm painting right now, who are you scared to fail in front of? You're scared that your brother will judge you, your wife, your girlfriend, your husband, and most scary, your mom or your dad. You need to eliminate that and or own that fear and put yourself in a position to succeed. Because with all of this, we are now in the greatest era. For the first time ever, with no fucking money, with no goddamn connections, this can put you on the map. If you're good enough, if you are good enough to be up here, to make bling bling, if you are good enough, nobody's stopping you. Not fucking Donald Trump, not the fucking Russians, nobody. If you are a minority, if you are a female, if you are a transgender, if you're a fucking alien, the market doesn't give a fuck. If you make the best shit, you will win.
Well, that's about it from Gary Veynerchuk, and be sure to subscribe for more informative, educative, motivational entrepreneurship videos. See you on the next one.